So a lot of you have been asking me what I've been doing for my cancer treatment since I decided not to do chemo anymore. And I've been looking into a lot of different natural, holistic, naturopathic type of treatment, cure, preventative things. And I've come up with a bunch of different types of treatments that I've been using. I can just kind of put them all together and formulated something that works for me and the needs that my body needs right now. So I start off with frankincense. It is an inflammation reducer. It improves your immune system and it fights cancer cells. And it's also a mood enhancer. So I mix that with Juvacleanse, which Juvacleanse is a liver detoxer. And since I've been having a lot of issues with my liver, I've been doing a lot of liver cleansing things to hopefully help get my liver back to normal. So what I do with these two is I take them and I have like veggie capsules, which is just literally, they are tons of empty pill capsules. So like there's nothing in this. This is what the outside of a pill is. I take two of them and their tops come off and I use like an eyedropper and I do 10 drops of each oil into each pill. Okay, so I have 10 drops of each oil in each pill, and then I just put the lids back on these guys. And most of the time I'm not very accurate on the 10 drops, but it's not a big deal. And I do this part twice a day, so I take 40 drops of both oils twice a day. And I take these separate because the oils sometimes get on the outside and then it makes a really funky taste if I mix it with all the other stuff I'm about to show you. Next, I prepare my drink, which is it's an alkalining drink, and it has a bunch of different things mixed into it. Because I find instead of taking little nasty things all separately, I'd rather mix it into one big drink and just chug it and get it over with instead of doing it separately. So I mix everything into here. This is just like my blender bottle. It has 4 ounces of water in it. I start off by putting mineral essence in it. This is, it prevents disease and boosts your immune system. It is a bunch of minerals that your body has. It boosts all the minerals that are found naturally in your body. So it's like calcium, magnesium, potassium, all of those. It just boosts them in a fun little disgusting drink. So I just take 5 droppers of this. So that was one, I guess. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. I just kind of estimate because it doesn't really matter if you get a little less or a little more. It's not a big deal because it doesn't hurt you. But this kind of tastes like cough syrup. So it's not horrible, but it's not the best tasting thing. Okay, and then next I do estro, which is an estrogen replacement. It kind of just helps your body make estrogen more naturally. And since I don't have my ovaries, I lack estrogen. So it kind of just helps my body produce estrogen and use the estrogen that it does have more efficiently. And so I do 3 droppers of this. 2, 3. I put in this thing is baking soda. And instead of just having a box of baking soda, I have a bag because it's a lot more convenient to carry around and it doesn't spill. So this is just regular baking soda that you can find at any store, just like in the cooking aisle. It's cooking baking soda that you use for cookies. It is a pH balancer and it alkalines your body. So cancer can't survive in an alkaline environment, but it thrives in acidic environments. So our bodies are naturally more acidic, and you can find that in a lot of the foods you eat, and it depends on how much sugar is in your body. So cancer thrives on sugar and thrives in an acidic environment. So if you change your body to be more alkaline, cancer can't survive. So that's what I've been doing. I've been mixing baking soda with honey and maple syrup, but I kind of just switched over just to putting baking soda in this nasty drink and just chugging that. And it's a little bit more work, but the honey and the maple syrup just adds flavor. So it's not, as long as I drink it, it's not that bad. Yep, so I do 1 teaspoon, like one kind of rounded heaping teaspoon of this. It just goes in that. So while I'm making this drink, I take Essex, which is it's a purifier and it improves your brain function. So this one doesn't taste bad because you put it under your tongue, and you can't taste anything that's under your tongue. So I just put it under my tongue. I could add it in this drink if I wanted to, but since I don't taste it, it's not a big deal. And I typically do it while I'm making the drink, but since I can't put it in my mouth and talk at the same time, I'm just doing it after. So I take 4 drops of this and I just put it under my tongue. And then it just absorbs into the bloodstream that way. So while the Essex is under my tongue, so I put 4 drops of vitamin D on my tongue. And vitamin D is, this is just a liquid super version of vitamin D. It's really highly concentrated, so you only need a few drops. Vitamin D is like a vitamin that's found in the sun and you get it from food. But if you are deficient in vitamin D, it can cause a lot of different diseases and it can cause colon cancer. So I just make sure I'm not deficient of vitamin D and I take a couple extra drops of it. So I take 3 drops of this and I just put it on my tongue. So next I'm going to prepare my pills, and I just kind of put them in the top of one of my pill containers just to keep them all together. This one is a sulfur enzyme. Sulfur helps balance the water in the cells of your body. So if you don't have enough water, your cells can become dehydrated, or if you have too much water and your cells aren't like pushing it through, they'll retain water, and that like causes bloating and a bunch of other stuff. So this just helps the water circulate through your cells, and it also increases your metabolism. So I take 2 of these in the morning and 2 of them at night. So I take curcumin. Curcumin is the active ingredient in turmeric, and turmeric is a very well-known cancer-fighting spice. Like you use it cooking. So curcumin is the active ingredient in turmeric that fights cancer. So instead of taking a lot of turmeric, I just take a curcumin pill, which is derived from turmeric. And so I just take 1 of these pills a day, and it helps fight cancer, and it's also an anti-inflammatory. I also take lysine, this is just like Target's brand of lysine. You can get it at like any drugstore. It helps with hair, nail, and skin growth. Like when you do chemo, your hair falls out, your nails get like really brittle, and your skin kind of flakes off. So, and it kind of can be long lasting. So to counteract and help my skin and hair and nails grow, I take lysine, which I just take 1 pill every night. I also take Up 4. It's a brand of probiotics, and this is just the regular adult formula. And it's good to take a probiotic because it helps with the bacteria in your stomach lining and your gut. So it helps keep regulating your bacteria to make sure like bad bacteria doesn't grow, and to make sure your good bacteria is healthy. Since I have colon cancer, which takes place in your gut, it's good to take like a probiotic. It's even good for people who don't have colon cancer to take a probiotic. Make sure it regulates your digestive tract. This is Young Living's master formula of like daily vitamins. It's a multi-nutrient complex. This thing does so much for you because it's all these nutrients in like a daily pack of pills. So they separate it into like things that you take daily. So you take 1 of these packs daily. It has 4 pills in it. Each pill does something different, and it basically helps every single function in your body. So it helps your skin, it helps your eyes, your kidneys, your liver, your hair. It protects against heart disease. It boosts your immunity, your immune system. So there are 4 different pills in here. They each do something different, but I'm not explaining all that because it takes way too much time. So these are the pills that I just explained. I take all of these, and the last thing I do is I add a teaspoon of alkaline. So this helps balance your pH and helps you maintain a healthy pH. So the baking soda that I put in here makes my body alkaline. This helps my body regulate to stay at an alkaline instead of slipping back into an acidic level. And it actually doesn't taste that bad, so it kind of makes my drink taste better. And I have to do this last because this is time sensitive. If I don't drink this like right away, it loses its effectiveness. So what you have to do with this one is I take like a half teaspoon, but so it will fizz in the water. So it starts fizzing, and 10 seconds after it starts fizzing, it stops. And that's when you have to shake it, and you basically have to drink it right away. You can't just let it sit. So it's also carbonated, so it's gonna pop. Okay, so this is the part where I make really, really gross faces because this thing still tastes really nasty, and I just down it because it's gross. So I just take all of these at once and I drink that. It's gross. But I'd much rather down a really nasty drink in like 5 seconds than have to sit for 9 hours and get chemo. So, and then the last thing I do to wash all of that down because it tastes gross and to get a better taste in my mouth is I take a shot of MindWise, which MindWise improves brain function and it helps counteract chemo brain, which is kind of fun because I have that. So this has like pomegranate in it, so it actually tastes good. And it's kind of purple and nasty looking, but it tastes pretty good. So I take half a shot of this, and I just down it right after my drink. Yeah. So this is what I take for my cancer treatment. I don't know if it will work, and I don't know if it will cure my cancer or if it will even help, but it's better than doing nothing, and I'd rather drink a nasty drink every night than to take chemo. So the way I see it, there's not really anything to lose because if it works, great. I don't have to do chemo. But if it doesn't, oh well, I just took a nasty drink and it wasted like 5 seconds of my life. Not a big loss. And there's no side effects to any of this. So if it works, I just got rid of my cancer and I have no side effects because it's all natural. So since I'm not doing chemo, I am doing this.